Not everyone who loves you is good for you. Respect yourself enough to walk away from what doesn't serve you. 1. If someone drains your energy, it's okay to limit contact. You don't owe anyone constant access to your mental space. Notice how you feel after interacting with them and trust your instincts. Create small boundaries, like silencing notifications or reducing face-to-face time. Walking away can be an act of self-respect, not disrespect to them. 2. Don't justify staying where you're not valued. You owe yourself the chance to be in a space where your presence is appreciated. If someone dismisses your feelings, that's a sign to reevaluate your commitment there. Quietly observe how often you have to defend your worth in their eyes. It's empowering to walk away without needing them to understand why. 3. Trust actions more than words. They reveal true intentions. Observe if promises turn into real efforts or stay as empty phrases. Notice how consistently someone shows up, not just when it's convenient for them. Pay attention to those who match their words with genuine follow-through. Walk away from repeated patterns of broken commitments and excuses. 4. Notice who celebrates your wins and who ignores them. People who clap for you when you're winning are showing their true colors. Take mental notes of who changes the subject or stays silent during your successes. This behavior reveals who's genuinely supportive versus who's indifferent or even envious. Use this knowledge to decide where to invest your energy and trust. 5. Consistency builds trust. Be wary of mixed signals. If their actions don't match their words, take a step back. Notice if plans frequently change without explanation. Keep an eye on patterns, not just isolated incidents. Value your peace more than chasing uncertain connections. 6. It's healthy to set boundaries with those closest to you. Let them know when you need space to recharge or focus on your own tasks. Clear communication helps prevent misunderstandings and resentment. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges to better relationships. Respecting your limits teaches others how to respect theirs. 7. Communicate directly rather than assuming others know your needs. Expecting people to read your mind only leads to frustration. When you articulate what you need, you're giving them a fair chance to respond. Direct communication is respectful and leaves no room for misunderstandings. Practice saying what you mean in simple, clear words. 8. Allow silence. Not every moment requires conversation. Silence can be a powerful tool to process your thoughts. Notice how it feels to sit quietly with someone without rushing to fill the space. Letting moments breathe deepens understanding and presence. Remember, meaningful connections don't need constant chatter. 9. Be willing to step back if respect isn't mutual. If someone consistently dismisses your feelings, it's a sign to pause. Your peace is more valuable than chasing validation from others. Notice how often you feel unheard and decide what that means for you. Turning your attention elsewhere can be the strongest statement. 10. Learn to say no without guilt for preserving your peace. Your well-being deserves priority over others' expectations. When requests pile up, calmly decline with confidence. Remember, a simple no can be a full sentence. See each refusal as a gift to yourself, not a loss. 11. Pay attention when someone only calls during their lows. Notice if they're absent when things are going well for them. It's a sign they're relying on you more as a safety net than a friend. Decide how often you're willing to be that support. Set boundaries on when you're available for such calls. 12. Honor commitments, but recognize when they're one-sided. You deserve relationships where efforts are mutual, not just taken for granted. Reflect on how often you give versus how often they reciprocate. If you're always the one reaching out or supporting, it's time to pause and reassess. Walking away from imbalance is a step toward valuing yourself more. 13. Real connections withstand distance and time apart. You won't feel pressured to constantly check in or prove your commitment. A meaningful bond allows space for individual growth without guilt. When you reconnect, the conversation flows naturally as if no time has passed. Trust that genuine relationships thrive even when life takes you on separate paths. 14. Stop chasing after people who clearly run from you. Notice when you're always the one reaching out or making plans. Let those who value your presence show it without constant reminders. Your energy deserves to be met, not just tolerated. Release what's unreciprocated and make room for mutual connections. 15. Value relationships where growth is mutual and encouraged. When both people invest in each other's development, the bond strengthens. Notice if your ideas and goals are respected and supported. Seek connections that inspire you to evolve, not just maintain. Realize that true partnership means celebrating wins together. Remember these truths to maintain your peace and come back for a reminder whenever you need.